do I say? I failed to find something to say.
That could work.
Hi, I'm Andrea Yoder. I sound Amish, but I'm not Amish.
What? What do you sound Amish?
Yoder. Yoder's an Amish. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
My husband's family was Amish.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, welcome to the Failed Podcast. I'm here with my friend and guest, Andrea Yoder, graphic designer extraordinaire and mom extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a mom. You have no idea. This is so trippy for me that she's a mom because I've known her a while.
Way back.
Like a long time. And the fact that she's a mom to me is so mind-blowing. She's a mom before I'm a dad. So this is so trippy to me. But thank you for her showing up and for her being our guest today. And before we start, I want to clear the air on something with her.
What?
You don't know this, but I'm going to clear the air. I've told this to your sister.
What?
I'm scared to say this. But wait, before we start, of course, by the way, I don't know how this has to do with the Failed Podcast, but I'm a sneakerhead. So today, 5th episode, I'm wearing Kobe 5s. Andrea's wearing some Jordan 1s. So let's go.
Sorry,
dude.
they're mids. Sorry, people.
No, hey, you know what? Mids are legit. I don't know where the hate is on the mids,
I know,
alright?
right?
I love mids.
I tell Abby too. I'm like, I don't know what people are saying.
Well, it's so weird because like the style now is you cover part of it. So like
you can't even see.
who cares? Like just wear mids. Wear mids, fam.
Yeah,
it's
wear mids.
cheaper, you look good, it's all good.
You failed to get the highs. Just wear the mids.
But here is where the apology starts with Andrea.
Okay, what?
Your wedding. Before your wedding, she knows this. I was not dressed appropriately for her wedding.
I don't remember, dude.
Oh, you don't? I do. And I told this to your sister. I wanted to apologize because before your wedding, I was like, I called somebody. I was like, hey, man, like, what are you wearing? He's like, dude, casual. I was like, and I'm like, I guess my definition of casual is separate from their definition of casual. And then I was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, dude, Edan's not even wearing a tie. Like, literally, that's what they said. And he's a groomsman. So I'm like, yo, this is a chill wedding. I'm like, okay, I'll casual it out. Like, what is people's definition of casual? Comment down below what your definition of casual. My definition of casual is t-shirt and shorts. Now, I didn't show up in t-shirt and shorts, but that's my definition of casual if you say casual.
What did you wear?
Well, so I was wearing like, number one, it wasn't even in the color motif, so I stood out and I hated it. I was wearing a blue and red sweater with jeans on.
I remember now.
Yeah.
That striped sweater, right?
Yes. I was wearing a blue and red sweater with jeans on. And I was this close to wearing sneakers. Because
sweater though, it was so hot that day.
I don't know what I was wearing, dude, but I was just like, oh, casual. Everybody. The person I called, not saying who it is, maybe after I will, but he was like, yeah, dude, it's casual. You said his name. No, I didn't.
I don't know who it is. Kate, tell me.
No, I didn't. No. He said that Edan was super cash. Oh. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, let's go. I'm casual. I don't know what that means. It was not casual. It was semi-formal. Or like business attire.
It was called Aloha Casual.
Yeah, but that's not like casual. So I'm like, dude, I'm so glad I didn't come in wearing sneakers. And the worst part was I came in and I was like, I thought I was in a discreet spot, but I wasn't. And I was like,
let me try to remember. Were you sitting
no,
in the back?
don't remember. Don't remember.
Were you sitting in the back? Like,
yeah, and I was like
where, like, I walked in?
Yes,
like right there?
yes. It was literally where Andrea walked in, and I'm like right there. So everyone looks at the bride, and they can see this dude. So I'm like, and I see photographers, because I know how photography works. I was a wedding photographer for a bit. Like, I was in the vicinity. I was like, oh, Chuck, dude. I was like, why? This is the worst. And I even said it there. I was like, dude, like if I leave now, and I'm not a small dude, so that doesn't help. And then I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, you think I should go home and just be here for the reception? I was like, no, but I want to be here for Andrea on her wedding day. But like, dude, I look terrible. Like, this is not good. And I was just like, dude, I just gotta suck it up. And I think there are 2 aisles, right? And I was hoping you were going on this aisle. But no, you went on my side. And I was like, well, this happened. So I already said,
Oh my God.
and I'm kind of mad at your sister because I said, tell your sister. I said, Abby, tell your sister I'm sorry. And that was my explanation. She never did because you don't even remember what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So,
Abby, you can talk to me, you know. I'm
yeah,
open.
man, you got to help us out. You got to help me out, Abby. Well, that's to clear the air there.
Well,
so I do apologize
okay.
to
I
Andrea
forgive
for
you.
that. Thank you.
I mean-
Thank you. It's been killing me for days. But welcome to the podcast. And
you.
yeah, I'm excited to have her. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and for those who don't know you in the podcast.
Well, I'm Andrea, and what do? I do so many things. I'm so freaking tired. Well, first I'm a mom. And
Yay!
then,
How old is he now?
he's 5 months. Yeah, he's gonna be 6 months, and then
That's
he's gonna
crazy.
crawl and then walk, and then he's gonna go to college.
Yo, she's so a mom right now.
Full-time mom, full-time graphic designer. Just started the job like a month and a half ago.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
cool. And then I don't know if you know this, but me and my husband joined a church plant in
Oh, I do know
Illinois.
that. I do know that.
So yeah,
I'm excited for
church
that.
Plant. Oh, I pressed a button. Did it do something?
No, you're
Okay, church planner, graphic designer, mother, wife, Christian. follower of
Awesome.
Jesus.
Let me ask you this. Was that something you've always wanted to do, be a graphic designer growing up?
You know what? I did. I didn't think I could do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like the first time,
I thought you could.
I didn't think I could get like a legit job that would pay my bills.
Mm.
I thought I would have to probably
Doing
be
something you like.
yeah, like a freelancer, and you know it's kind of like rocky because you don't have a salary or whatever. So yeah, you taught me Photoshop. I
Yeah,
wanted to do it.
I'm not trying to. I didn't want to talk about that, but okay. Anyways, but yeah, I
You
taught her
taught me
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I taught her Photoshop, and I mean, I saw that she had an eye for it, and also she was the only one really paying attention. But I mean, hey, I saw it. I thought you could have done it, and I've said that in class too. Like, so I'm really happy that
Yeah.
she's doing
I
that.
do it, and I pay my bills with
When
it.
when did you think this could be like a possibility for you?
Like probably like, I mean, I did freelancing, and I thought in college I could probably do this because I'm meeting new people. I'm meeting people from different churches. Maybe I could do stuff for their churches or whatever. So I tried like, I don't know, meeting people and their parents.
Oh,
Pastor
yeah.
parents. Maybe I could do stuff for
Networking
them.
in
Yeah,
college?
networking in college. That's the only reason why I went to college. So yeah.
So technically, I mean, I know you went to a Bible college, so did I. Did you go, because I don't know if they did have it, did you go for graphic design?
Oh, well, actually,
Did they have a major for graphic design?
they do now.
Oh, okay.
Now
At that
that
time.
I left.
Oh.
No, yeah. So when I signed up for college and everything, I signed up for being a teacher, a teaching major. So that's what my major is in. And yeah, they didn't have.
Did you like being a teacher? Be honest
No
with me.
way, dude.
Dude, seriously? Okay,
You
thank
kidding
you for
me?
being honest.
You teach, right? You teach?
I do.
Do you like it? Well, actually, no. We'll answer that later. Your students will hear you.
I've said this. I like teaching. I don't like being a teacher, and I think you know what that means.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is teaching. Podcast is teaching.
Yeah.
Being a teacher.
Well, all of the curriculum and stuff is just.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I hate grading.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Oh my
teaching.
gosh.
I love it that I'm telling y'all how to, whatever it is you need help with.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, grading you and, like, all these things is so.
Yeah.
And you know what? None of my fellow teachers watch my podcast, so it's fine anyways. So
Whatever.
if you do, comment down below. If you teach with me in my school and you watch my podcast, comment down below. I'll give you $5.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it here, folks.
Anyways, I'm just kidding. But no, so you get what that you get what I mean by that. But yeah, so you didn't like being a teacher, so I'm glad you found something. What kind of led you to like, you know what? I guess to step out on faith, to just go for it instead of just like, you know what, I don't want to teach her. Was it like, I really don't like teaching, so I'd rather risk it all? Or was it like you found something, you're like, okay, I could quit teaching?
Yeah, so, sorry. You guys already know I went to Hawaii to teach.
Yeah.
And I thought I liked teaching. I really did. Like, I tried it and everything. And just like you said, you like teaching, but you don't like being a teacher. But I went to Hawaii, and I did not have the best experience in the school that I taught. Oh. I really didn't. And if you want to know more, you can know more later. Or ask questions about it later. But it was so hard for me to teach in that type of environment that I just didn't want to teach anymore.
So it was leaning more towards like, I'd rather not teach and risk it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather not teach, and then I was gonna leave Hawaii anyway.
Which is crazy.
I probably need to find a new job.
Which is crazy because it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Do you have bad memories of Hawaii, the place? Like you don't want to go there?
I do want to go there. I love the place. It's just there are some people that don't like you and are not for you.
Oh, so you want to avoid them?
Yeah, so no.
Hey, by the way, Hawaii tickets are cheap right now, so.
Are you guys going?
Yeah, we are. In April.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years? Same, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 2 years for us too.
Yeah, so.
I have my co-host here, but she doesn't want to be on camera, so.
I watched your podcast, you guys.
She's a quiet co-host. That's just crazy, though. Yeah. No, I know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't like teaching. I don't like teaching, but I don't like being a teacher. But, well, you know what? I'll go to our question here because, this is the failed podcast, and you've heard this. Was there a moment in your life that I would say, like, the failing point in your life that kind of led you here? I feel like, or I would say the lowest point in your life. I feel like that was kind of it. It may not be a failure that you felt like a failure, but it was just a low point, or maybe there's even a failure.
Yeah. I was thinking about this in the car because I knew you were going to ask this. So I was like, okay, what was my lowest point? Yes, my lowest point was actually in Hawaii.
Really?
And a lot of people would probably think, oh, you're in Hawaii, you have made it, you're just, you have the coolest life, you can go to the beach, all that stuff, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, my lowest point was in Hawaii because first off, it's hard to not be around people that are for you, that love you and care for you. I was pretty much alone, and my boyfriend at the time, he was there too, but we didn't really have people that support us, that wanted to do life with us. So that's one of the things that is hard for me to look at when I was in Hawaii. And also I got myself in a situation where I did an internship in Hawaii, and it was just bad. It was just really bad. One of my friends, we actually talked about it because we did it together, and there were these times where they didn't even know us, okay? And there were these times they'll have these meetings, and they'll be like, okay, you failed in this, you failed in this, you failed in this. And I'm like, what? You don't even know me. You don't have a relationship with me. You don't know me. So I just always felt like I couldn't please anyone. I didn't make anyone happy over there. And
that's crazy.
It's
crazy
hard.
You say that because, as you were saying that it's, this failed podcast, I was talking to my brother recently and said, hey man, you should just target a specific audience. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? That actually does help. I should target a specific audience, which is more of like young people, young adults. And so really that's kind of where my questions are more geared towards too now. But it's amazing you say that because I didn't expect that before today, that you would say when you were in Hawaii. And most people wouldn't, because they'd be like, oh man, you made it. you look, there's that image that you've made it, but internally it sucked. Everything sucked. And I think when we talk about success and failure, people have this misconception that like, oh, that's success.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like what is success if you're miserable?
Yeah.
Like what is success if it's like terrible? So that's crazy that you actually pointed to Hawaii, which is like literally.
Yeah. Ask my husband, he would agree.
Dude, that's like my dream. Like I love home. I would never leave home. Like Carson, I don't care what anyone says. I know it's expensive here. Like I pay, like I have a 1-bedroom. It's $3,000 or $2,400 a month, which is crazy.
Dude, we pay the same, but it's like we have 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so expensive. And like I remember my brother-in-law, he lives in Colorado. Oh, my sister. I don't know. I just went straight to my sister doesn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
But they live in Colorado, and they're like, dude, we pay, like I think like $1,200 a month for a full house.
Oh my god.
And I was like, dude, what?
No
Like,
way.
double that so you could get a 1-bedroom here.
Wow.
But I don't know.
Dirt cheap.
I know, dude. But I'm like, okay, I would leave home only for Hawaii. But I'm just tripped out that's where the bad was, because I don't know, I didn't expect that, just because like
I
Hawaii,
don't really tell people that.
just because like Hawaii is such a chill vibe.
Hawaii, but like you did a great job not showing it.
That's true.
I did not want to. I felt convicted, dude. Like I don't want to show that I'm bitter to people. You know?
Maybe I don't know if it picked up my question. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, my wife asked my other co-host, who still doesn't have a camera and
Right here.
microphone.
Right here, Kate.
She asked, like, she did a good, and she's right. She did do a good job hiding that. Like, I didn't, like, that's why I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked that Hawaii was the low point. And honestly, I would be like, why'd she leave Hawaii? Like, I'm so confused. I was like, it's Hawaii, dude. Like, that was my mind. But
It was very hard. And if I could say this, I almost left Christianity.
That's
Because
crazy.
of it.
And you know what? I want to say this. I don't even know if I'll put this in the podcast, but I do want to discuss this. I was thinking about this recently. It's sad to me. And, that's why I teach in my Sunday school about Christ being your cornerstone. That's so important, because it's so sad to me that so many churches and Christian schools have a toxic work environment.
Yes.
And then you go to like a tech world and they don't.
And they take care of you.
Like, what? Like, okay, like, are you serious right now? Like, I've met tech people. I don't sense, I know, right? I don't sense any judgment. And like, I've done, like, I don't know. For me, I don't judge people anymore. Like, I'm really not like that anymore. But like, man, but I don't expect you to judge me too,
Yeah.
Like, we're just living life.
No,
like,
I
we're
had
just trying
to
to figure
learn
things
that.
out. So like, I met people from the tech world and they're just like, no judgment. Like, dude, you're a Christian, awesome. So one of them was a Christian. One of them was like, oh, I'm not, but that's awesome, bro. And they're so real with life. But then like, oh, man. So I do know exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah.
But I think it's more important though that like, just to help, if I do put this in the podcast, that
Do
like,
it.
that like, Christ is your cornerstone. I just wanted to say that because that's been in my mind
good.
like the past couple of
That
days.
is
And it is sad though. And I think as a Christian and as a person in ministry, I think that really needs to change. That it shouldn't be toxic. Like, it should not. Like, it should be better than a tech world. You know what I mean? Like, we're Christians.
Take care of your people.
Yes, and take care of your fellow Christians, But you talked about how you're helping a church right now. Yeah. So technically, you're still in the ministry.
Yeah.
And that's a misconception that people
Crazy.
say, which is awesome. I'm happy for that. I think there's a misconception that people always say that like, oh, you got to get a paycheck to be in the ministry. Like, no, that's not it. Well, actually, that's my question towards you. I feel like you kind of answered it just now. Dude, my phone keeps locking. Here's my questions. Working at a church and at a business, is this something that you suggest people do? And what are the pros and cons?
Good question. Working a secular job and being in the ministry.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you want to do?
That's exactly what I wanted.
You don't want to get a paycheck from the church.
My goal is to work in the ministry without getting a paycheck.
Yeah, so I think
And then no judgment to those that do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I get it.
If your church can pay you well, like, great.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're a church plant and we don't really get
Yeah.
money. But
And that would be wrong to expect that, too.
yeah. I would totally recommend it to people. It is, I'm going to say one thing. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, balancing your work life and then being full in on a church is hard because it takes a lot of time. And you're gonna, you know, sacrifice a lot of time and even money, like even your own money.
For sure. Especially if the church doesn't have money yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that because we're part of a church plant and we have some core members, we cannot rely on other people to provide for our church that we are a part of, you know, that we are learning from, that we are taking from. And so I believe that the reason why I work a job, my husband works a job, is so that we can help our church, you know, help our church financially and help our church, you know, in the way where we can disciple people and they don't have to be like, oh, we have to give them a paycheck.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's hard.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going to find that money?
That is hard.
So, yeah, I would totally recommend it. It's not easy. It's not for everyone. But if you can do it and God gives you a way to earn money and work in a church ministry, totally do it.
Sweet. That's my goal too.
Yeah,
I think we went on a rabbit trail, but I feel like we need to go back to this question because we talked about your failure or your low point. Like, we got to talk about the overcoming. We'll just leave it at that. Like, it sucked.
Drea didn't overcome.
It's done. That was it. Life sucked and I'm moving on now. Yeah. When was the turning point that things kind of started looking up, whether there was an instance or just certain events? It could not just be just one, maybe just, like that month was a good month, or it took 6 months, or what was it?
Yeah, so after Hawaii and that whole situation, me and my fiance at the time, we moved back to California. I lived with my mom, and then he rented a room somewhere in Bellflower.
Respect. That's commitment right there, yo.
So we moved back. We didn't have any expectations. I mean, I only had wedding money saved up. I didn't really have, like, you know, after this, we're going to move here and do all this stuff and have all this money. Like, we did not know what we were going to do. Yeah. We didn't have jobs lined up. My fiance found a job first, so I thought, like, I was never going to find one because I applied to so many jobs. It was crazy. Every single day. That's what I did all day until I found one.
Dang.
So I did not think that I was going to get a job. And we didn't have any apartment or anything or whatever that we were going to move to. But, you know, God just provided, like, little by little. He gave Caleb a job, and then I found a job. And my job was super chill. I asked them, can I work from home? And they're
this
like...
was before COVID, right? Or was it during COVID?
No, I came back during COVID.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I left Hawaii, I was a teacher, and I didn't even get to say bye to my students.
Was COVID the excuse that you used?
Yeah. I was like, God knew.
She was a blessing to some people.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So, anyways, wait. What was I saying? Oh yeah, success. Or overcome. But yeah, God. I just feel like we hit that point where we're like, wow, God gave us everything that we need. We're looking for a job, a place to live. Our wedding was it was good. It was success. And
despite the dude that was wearing a
except for
red and blue sweater.
Man, don't wear red and blue sweaters. I'm just kidding. To weddings.
It's just the color that stands out. Why the heck did that color?
It was a neutral wedding. That's so funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I can't say a specific time, but I'm going to tell you this. My son's name is Elam, and if you know what Elam means, it's the place of blessing. It's where the Israelites went and they found an oasis while they were wandering in the wilderness, and it's called the place of blessing. And that's why we call our son Elam, is because we believe that God put us in that place of blessing after that whole thing.
That's awesome. Looking back at I know I said this in the 2 podcasts ago that I'm glad that not glad. Okay, I'm not glad about COVID. Please, But I am glad I'm not the only one that was kind of like, this is kind of a blessing in disguise with COVID, because there were some things, and that's what it is too. That is the message of this podcast, that there are good things you could find through low points.
Yeah.
The COVID is a low point for everyone's life, but there were some blessings that came out of it. Honestly, the mindset that I have right now too, I don't think I would have that if it were not for COVID. Like, that just really I feel like that put everybody's like mind in perspective, for real, COVID. Dude. Like I used to. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, before COVID, I was judgmental too. I got beef with people, but I'm like, yo, like COVID.
I agree with you though. I was like that too.
I'm like, they could seriously die any moment. Like, that's what I thought in COVID. Yeah. I'm like, it's not worth it. Like, whether you have disagreements or not, it's not worth it. If, like, what would go through your mind if they died? You know what I mean? Yeah. I went through that. Dude, I texted so many people that I cared about that, like, I'm just being honest. I texted so many people that I kind of like, that mindset where you think you're too better. And as a Christian, you're like, you think you're too better than them. So you're like, oh, I don't fellowship with you anymore or whatever. Yeah. I texted so many people. I'd be like, look, man, I'm still a Christian. I still love the Lord, but I love you too. Like, I'm here for you. So many people, and like, so many of them responded. One guy was weird, but because I think he was drugged up, but I loved him. I was like, yo, I'm here for you, bro. That was the weirdest response he gave to me, because I'm like, hey man, I'm here for you, man, if you need anything. And everybody was just like, look, man, thanks, bro, we're all going through something in life, I appreciate that. This guy was like, call me. I was like, what the dang. Then when I called him, he's like, I remember you. I was like, what the heck is going on? And he was like mumbling the whole time. I was like, dude, yeah, this guy's on drugs, dude. But I'm like, hey man, just wanted to let you know, like, I love you, man. We got some history. I'm here for you, man. He's like, yeah, James, okay, I remember you. I was just like, what? Wrong number. I was like, oh, junk, dude. Like, I regret this one. Like, yo, what the heck is going on? He's like, yeah, man, I remember you. I'm like, yo, what does this mean? Like, what did I do? Dude, after that, I was like, yo, did I wrong this guy in any way? Because, like, what if he's going to try to chase me or anything, man? He's like, where you at now? I was like, I'm just here. I'm here, man.
I'm here for you.
I'm just here for you. That's where I'm at. He's like, okay, I remember you. And I'm just like, dude, okay, all right, man. Have a good day.
Well, forget about me then.
Dude, haven't contacted him since. I'm like, everyone else, I'm like, yo, like, it's normal now. I'm like, yo, I'll send like a basketball highlight or something. Like, yo, you see this? Not him. Like, like, I could think of a memory with him and be like, nope, not contacting this dude.
Oh man.
But that's exciting. Was there one instance, like a story, because we like stories, that you were like, wow, things are looking up?
Wow, things are looking up.
Still coming. No.
Okay, so when I went back to California, I knew I wanted to do something either with web or graphic design. That's why I was like in contact with your brother and then like you a little too, for graphic design and stuff. Because I mean, I don't really have anyone else to go to that knows about that stuff. But then I started networking and going on LinkedIn, Instagram, posting my stuff. And then people started following me. I don't have a ton of followers in my creative account. But just, it was all organic. Like, I didn't buy followers or anything like that. But people started liking my work. And then, so people started liking my work. And I'm like, wow. And I think I'm getting better at this too, because I thought I sucked. So yeah, I started posting my work. I was pregnant at the time, and I tried like making time every single day to do it because I really wanted to do this. Yeah. So even as my husband, I would like be up late at night doing graphic design for no one, like literally no one. And so yeah, I posted and everything, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna apply for this job. And I found Church Media Squad. I'm like, one day I'm gonna work for these people. Yeah. And I'm gonna do everything I can to work for these people because I read all of their benefits. They take care of people, and it, graphic design for churches. It's not common, that they take care of you and then it's church work.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work on my portfolio, and then I got contacted. To do like interviews. You have to go through 3 people. I went through all 3, and then they rejected me.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, so we decided we're not going to hire anyone anymore. And I said, can you please keep my work? Like, can you please keep my name on file? Yeah. And then after like 4 months, they contacted me and they offered me the job right away, which was a blessing because like I was figuring out the whole parenting situation. Like, I did not know I was not going to get sleep. Like, no one warned me. What in the world? Yeah, I didn't know that I was like a newborn just doesn't sleep at night. I didn't know that. So it was all like good timing, and now I have my dream job.
That's awesome, man. So in your field of work, not just field of work, but everything in life, do you think confidence is very important to have?
Yeah. You know what?
Because I feel like I feel like I have what you had. I mean, I
had imposter syndrome.
Yeah, like we never think we're good enough.
Yeah.
Like, can I be honest? This sucks. But I don't know. I'm so positive in life now that like I don't even think it sucks. But my friend Mike, he left his job at SmugMug for a better job at NVIDIA, and there was a head designer role at SmugMug. So a lot of it's good.
Did you apply?
I applied too late because I didn't think my stuff was good enough.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then I made it, and so like I didn't even try to make a portfolio because I'm like, this is trash. So I didn't apply. But then like, I don't know, something just kicked in me. Like, dude, I'm just going to go for it. Like when I started doing the podcast, the book, and like, I don't know, I was feeling all this positivity. I was waiting for it. That's why I messaged you.
Yeah.
And you were like, so that's when I built my portfolio. Like I built it in a day. All my portfolio, the whole thing. Yeah, that website, I built that in a day. So I was like, I'm building my portfolio. And then I applied at SmugMug, and I got a text from my friend, from Mike, a week ago. And like Mike was a higher position than the guy hiring, so he doesn't talk to him like he's chill. He's just like, yo, what's up? Like he just texts him like that. And then he was just like, did you get my friend's portfolio? He's like, bro, we would have hired him. What? It's just that he applied too late, and honestly the girl we hired didn't even have that much experience. He had way better experience. It's just that we were in such a like crunch. We just hired her.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, I learned a valuable lesson in that I'm like, dude, you just gotta go for it. Like, dude, like I just wasn't confident. That really is what stopped me. Was I heard SmugMug head designer, and I was like, I'm not showing my church stuff. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not, because like I did something for like the Nike Drew League before, and then like the European Rugby League. I couldn't find it, so I'm like, dude, if I can't find that, like that was like my like, I guess that was like that sounded cool. You know, it's big Nike.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna put that. I mean, I can't find it, and then I didn't apply for it. So so you think it's important, confidence?
Yeah, just go for it. Seriously, every opportunity, like that's what I've learned. Don't be scared, just go for it. And like the worst thing that can happen is people say no.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that. I deal with young people all the time. That really is the worst thing that happens. People say no, but if you don't go for it,
that's literally just okay, move on.
And I think, do you think it's because people are just so scared of failure or rejection?
Yeah, rejection.
Yeah, like it's the same outcome. Them saying no is the same outcome if you didn't try. But it's just the whole failure thing.
Yeah.
They're scared
Come on,
of
people.
It. Yeah, just go for it. You know, like I'd rather have you go, and I'm a basketball coach. I'd rather have you, like your sister. So I coach her sister in basketball. First year in basketball, so proud of her. She scored 10 points last game, and we got 3rd place, which is crazy. It's first year. But like she would be scared to shoot because she would be scared to miss. But then I'd be like, well,
it's like the same thing.
If you don't shoot, you have 0 points. There's no such thing as negative points. So just shoot.
Yeah.
And especially like, oh, dude, I give them so much freedom. Like they get so scared to shoot. I'm like, dude, I've been a coach for 10 years. Like I've had good teams that like If you just shoot anything, I'll be like, bro, stop. I'm like, girls, I just want you to shoot.
Yeah.
I just need to see the ball fly. And I'm like, I don't care if it's terrible. I need you to get the confidence to shoot. And they don't. I'm like, dude, if I gave that to the guys, they'd be shooting half-court shots. Like, yeah, Virgin said so. So, no, that's real. So you find that to be important, confidence?
Yes, for sure.
What gave you the confidence? You just went for it?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I mean, what do I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, go for it.
Are you exactly where you thought you would be in life 10 years ago?
Dude, I'm a mom. Like, I didn't even expect that.
Where did you think you were going to be 10 years ago?
10 years ago?
Yeah.
How old was I? I was my sister's age. Yeah, we're 10 years apart. And,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Let me take a break to reflect how old I am. No kidding. Dang, time flies. All right, anyways, go ahead.
Wait, how long ago did you guys get married?
7. Almost 7 years ago.
7? Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I
know, right?
I remember your guys' wedding. Your engagement. I played guitar for his engagement.
Yes, she did. I still owe her something for that, honestly.
And he owes me my hot Cheetos from junior church. Hello. Thank you.
And I still owe the people that commented cookies on YouTube. Well, man, I'm trying to finish like 3 websites right now, man. Calm down. I'll get you the cookies. I'll get you the hot Cheetos. And chapel last week, I know I promised a prize. I'll get it to you.
Everyone.
You know what's funny? When I was in college, we had like junior church.
Yeah.
I was like known throughout for the guy that would hype up the prize and never give it away.
Oh my gosh.
Because the thing was, we had to leave before the ending of the service, like how the structure was.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving, but like I had the chips. And I would hype it up. They're like, yo, want that chip? And I'm like, yeah. And I end up eating it. So
It's true.
I think I owe Carlos a game too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, everyone, everything, whatever.
but yeah, are you exactly where you thought you'd be in life?
You know what? Because where we grew up, where I was like, conditioned and everything, I thought I would be like, I'm still working in a church, but I thought I would be like, in a Baptist church, teaching in a Christian school, doing all of, that stuff. Like, the basic. Yeah. And I thought I was just going to end up doing that. So, no, I did not.
But are you happy where you're at?
I love where I'm at. I love my son. He's so cute. Y'all need to meet my son.
Got that half Asian, half white. That's like.
Yeah, my grandma's like, he's gonna be actor in the Philippines one day. So yeah, I love life right now.
That's awesome, and that I think really is the definition of success. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I love. People ask, or not people ask, no one's asked. Why did I say people ask? No one's asked this. But like, I watch a lot of podcasts. I listen to people that talk about what you need to do to have a good podcast. Mm-hmm. And I try my best not to do too much research because I love being surprised about the stories.
Yeah.
I used to. I never did. I'm sorry. I thought about that. I'm like, ooh, let me do as much research. Like you ever watch Hot Ones?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that where they eat the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like people are like, you're amazing because they'll research like crazy, right? And it's like, whoa, his questions are amazing. And I'm like, dude, that's respect. I really do respect that. But it's on purpose because I love where the conversation took us. Like, I really did not expect Hawaii to be your failure and stinking Los Angeles to be your success. Or, okay, let me rephrase. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm in Harbor City, so that's a ghetto area. Harbor City to be successful. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, I really didn't think that because that's people's perception. And I think people's perception of success shouldn't influence.
Yeah.
So that's a question.
I don't think success isn't like the place that you're at physically or like the things that you own. It's definitely like people. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: was it hard to leave Hawaii because you feel like that was what's people's perception of success is? Not necessarily maybe the people you care about, but like people in college or like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When I signed up to teach in Hawaii, I was in my head like, I mean, it's kind of dumb, but in my head I was like, I get to live that beach life.
Yeah.
I get to sip on coconuts and eat acai bowls every day, and do all that stuff. I thought I was gonna be that. It's definitely it hit me hard.
Yeah.
Was it hard to leave Hawaii? I would say, I mean, the place where I was at was so toxic and bad that I was ready to go. Just like when I broke up with my ex. Like everything was so toxic. I'm just like, wow, let's leave.
What's your definition of failure?
I heard it a lot from you guys, but I agree. If you stop trying and you don't get back up, that's like failure.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, you coach basketball. Like the failure is that you don't even try.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's like Pascal Siakam. He kept failing, but he became an all-star and got a championship. So big fan of the show. But let me ask you this though, because we did talk about that. You think failure could also be where you're at mentally?
I mean, what I just said.
Because I mean, everything outside could look good.
Yeah.
But if you're mentally,
I mean, for me, when I was, it was
like
mental.
It's literally paradise, dude.
Like one of the things that I'm thankful for was when I got back here, I was able to say all of these things. Not like rant, but like being able to share that, because when I kept it inside, I was so miserable.
That's hard.
I felt like depressed.
That's
like
hard.
Not happy every day. I woke up, see my students and everything, and I wasn't happy.
That's hard, dude. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it could be mental.
Yeah.
Get you a support system.
And you could be physically in paradise, but you could be mentally not.
Hawaii, dude, out of all places.
And that segues to what we were talking about with Matthew, when he was like that guy. I don't know.
I love Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful when I say this, but like he's so at peace. I feel like he's always high.
Dude.
No, for real. He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
No,
I'm actually he's definitely changed a lot, because I know Matt. I grew up with him. We went to the same church.
Yeah.
I remember, dude, when I was like, Matt, what are you gonna do now? Because I came back from Hawaii and I went back to his church. I was like, what are you gonna do? And he was like, Drea, one day I'm gonna be I'm gonna be an NBA barber. And he wasn't cutting like NBA barbers' hair at the time.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, what? He actually did it. That's why I respect Matt so much, because whatever he says, he actually does.
Dude, crazy. But he was so at peace. Yeah, I honestly thought, like, is this guy on something? No, but it's just awesome, though. Like, you don't need drugs to be in peace. But he's so at peace. Shout out, Matt. I love you, bro. Paul, man, I'm your coach, bro. You know how it is. I always say whatever. But like he was talking about how, like, people always focus on vacation.
Yeah.
And yes,
I heard that.
And then they talk about like, oh man, vacation, and like that's peace for them.
Yeah, like they have to look forward to
It's
vacation.
like you're leaving to go on vacation because so that you could be at peace. I just don't think that's peace.
Yeah.
That's like.
And then if it is, it's like temporary. How's that?
Yeah, exactly. So that's not really peace. That's just, that's like drugs. Yeah. It really is. It's a dopamine hit. It's a high, like you're not happy. You're just getting a quick fix.
Yeah.
And then you're back to reality and you're just waiting for the weekend or the next day off or the next vacation.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's personally, I just don't find that to be such a good life to live,
It's true.
Dude, like, so, we're going to Hawaii in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time we went there, we literally had a sign that says like how many days till Hawaii. we were so pumped.
I think I remember that. Didn't you guys post about it?
Yeah. Because
remember.
I was like honestly ticked every day that we're not like almost going to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And that just shows you mentally I was probably depressed. Dude, like if anything, I kind of was like, I'm like, oh cool, we're going to Hawaii. I'm happy. I'm not saying I'm not happy. I'm not excited about it. But I'm not looking like every day towards it. If anything, I wish there's more time just so I could like when I get there, because like things are going so well right now. Like I'd like to go there and have an extra 10 grand. You know, it'll be fun. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, let me work. Like, man, you know, hopefully maybe we can move to May so that like I got, you know, March, April going on, and then, you know. But I'm not really like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to it. I still think it's fun, it's exciting, but I'm not like, please let me be there. And afterward, I'm back to the grind, back to like, I just look forward to every day. Like I look forward to today, dude. Like I love podcasting.
Woohoo!
Yes,
I want a podcast.
So that's definition of failure. Let me ask you, what's your definition of success?
It's gonna go in line with what Matt said. Like, being at peace, but also like knowing that even if you hit a point where, you know, like you hit a bump, that you still have hope. Like you still can get back up, and you do. Because a lot of people, like, sometimes they hit a bump and then like, you know, there's something that you can learn from it.
Yeah.
And then they don't take anything away from it.
Yeah.
They go turn to, you know, whatever, drugs, alcohol, and stuff like that. I feel like knowing that there is hope, being able to get back up, doing it is like success already. So, yeah, not in money, not really in the place that you're at physically. Yeah. But, you know, and also, like I said, people, like having a support of people, your family, like it's really priceless.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. So, yeah. Starting to learn that, like, honestly, it's like learning that more and more. Having the right people is so, I find that to be success. Like to have the right people, the right spouse, the right, like, just support system that like are really genuinely supporting you with no strings attached. Yeah. There are people out there that will support you with strings attached. Yeah, I know. Like, hey, you know, if you need anything, I'll give it to you. But then they're expecting you to be there for everything. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I can't, like, life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'm grateful. Like, you and I, you know, we're not always talking anymore. Like, I feel like back in the day, we were really close. Yeah. But I'm glad you're here and just willing to do this for me and helping me, you know, like, that's just awesome to me. Like, I find that, you know, to be true friendship. Yeah. Like, that's cool for me, because I'm like, dude, that's like, you know, like, I mean, if anything, you could have the excuse like, oh, you showed up to my wedding. I was kidding. I'm like, yo, like, in a sweater, like, you know what I mean? Like, where have you been in my life and you expect me to do something for you? And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I mean, like, I was going through things. You've heard it in the podcast. So, you know. We all go through things. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. It's exactly what you said. We're all going through things. So, like, to expect so much from somebody, it's like, dude, we're all going through stuff, man. It's all different types of problems. And it could not be an outward problem, but an internal mental struggle, battle. But, like, you know, let's love, bro. Let's love each other as people, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know, speaking of getting high. Wow. Matthew, I don't think that, okay, it's like a 10-second thought, Matt, like, that I thought that. I don't think, but I've been thinking that since you were in high school, though, because it's like, you're like, hey, what's up, Virgin? It's like, come on, how can you not, okay? Anyways, I had a student that talked like that, and he was high.
Dude, you remember Brother Pat?
Oh, see? All right, like, they were like, hey, what's up, man? And like, Matt, you can't go to like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, and not have me think that you're on something, bro. Am I right? Am I the only one?
Oh my gosh, my jaw hurts.
Right? Matthew, my love? No, he's not.
We
But, like,
love you, Matt. Don't listen
Yeah.
to him.
anyways, Matt's gonna like, don't watch this podcast and tells everybody, don't do that, Matt. I'm trying to get Pascal Siakam here. But anyways, yeah. So, just get to the segue. I get lost, man. Then why does this keep closing? So yeah, definition of success is to have hope. Let's, I guess, put that in.
Yeah, just knowing that you have hope after failure.
Mm-hmm.
You can always get back up. You can always try again. And then having that system of people or support system of people.
So that's also because we say success is, we've been kind of saying here that like success is peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like sometimes now people have, so I always say people have a misconception of success.
Mm-hmm.
Success is peace.
Yeah.
But now I feel like people have a misconception of what peace is.
Oh, for sure.
Because they think peace is like nothing's going wrong in your life.
Oh my goodness. When is that going to happen?
Like, no, that's not going to happen. Something's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Like there's always going to be a problem, but it's internal peace and the support system and the hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like
so
what she
important.
said. You know, having.
I was alone in Hawaii, people. I mean, I was with Caleb. Thank you for being there. But other than that, dude, I had roommates, okay? I lived with 3 other girls.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I was cool with. But the 2 other ones, like, I did not even know them.
Mm-hmm.
They hated me. I was like,
Really?
what did I do? Ask Abby, because she went to Hawaii and visited me.
Yeah.
And,
Dang, you live with people that were toxic. That's
yes,
worse.
exactly.
That's so hard for me, dude.
I lived with them. I worked with them. I breathed their air, dude. Like, it was so hard.
Because it's different when you work with someone.
No, dude. Okay, but those 2, they went to the same
I think I'm gonna-
college.
My
You
wife's
guys know
asking
which
questions. I'm going to
college.
put this in the subtitles. Say that again. What'd you say?
I did not go to college with any of them. 2 of them went to the same college, which I guess it's like a clique thing. Like, oh, we went to the same college, blah, 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 whatever.
That's
okay.
stupid, by the way. I hate that.
I did
I
not-
honestly hate that. All right. Anyways. Yeah, success.
Yeah.
That's the thing here. Success is not where you are physically. It's not what people perceive of you. You know, you could be successful in people's eyes, but are you success in your eyes? And I think many people seek for the success in people's eyes, and that's why people get so depressed, dude.
And they burn out.
Oh, that's like the midlife crisis. Not even, dude. Just quit. Like, that's terrible. Dude, fine. Success is, I guess, internal? Internal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Do I have anything to plug?
Yeah, dude.
If you want to be bust up, I'm just kidding.
Oh, snap. I didn't record.
Huh?
I didn't record the audio. Well, second time's a charm. Well, we
Failed podcast.
want to thank Andrea for being here. And I just want to, I'm really grateful for her to be here. I've known her for so long.
Thank you.
And I feel like that's true friendship right there, because we talked about how, you know, you get the support system in your life. I'm being honest. I haven't spoken to you like this in years. Showed up to her wedding wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
A very vibrant colored sweater, by the way.
Well, at least you know whenever you go to a wedding, we're neutral tones.
No, you're better off wearing neutral tones and everyone's wearing something vibrant
Yeah.
than you wearing something vibrant and anyone's
Just
wearing
wear all
neutral
black.
tones. Imagine if I wore that in a funeral. That would be so
Oh,
bad.
that would be bad.
Because they'll be like,
You're wearing red and blue? Isn't there like this horror guy that wears a red and blue sweater?
oh, Freddy Krueger in her wedding.
Freddy Krueger! Yeah, dude, search for a picture.
Yo, it's Freddy Krueger in her wedding. Can we recreate that wedding photo? Dude, oh man, when you were
I'm a
taking photos
graphic
with
designer now, you know what I'm saying?
when you were taking photos in that wedding, I actually was so scared to go, like, to like take photos with you, because I'm like,
Well, that was internal.
but anyways, hey, you know what? Segueing back to success. Success is internal in a way.
Yeah.
Success is internal because you could be in a successful place and people could perceive you as successful, But if you're not mentally happy and you're not at peace, who cares, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that's the topic of this is who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? You're not perfect. No, that's not. It's who says.
Who says? Who says you're not
I said,
perfect?
who cares? Who cares? You're not perfect. That's not how it works. Who cares? Who cares? You're not perfect. Who says? Never mind. Totally.
Just
you know
kidding.
what?
We don't know that song.
Thank you, Andrea, for being here. Do you have anything to plug? Maybe even your church.
Yeah, if you are in the Anaheim area, Grace Redeemer Church, go visit us on Sundays at 10 a.m. And then if I have a plug, it would probably be if you're a church planner or anything like that and you need graphic design done, Church Media Squad, hit us up. I can do your designs. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is, folks.
I think that's our most successful plug in the past 5 episodes.
No way.
Yeah, because everyone's just like, I don't know what to say.
Y'all want some iced coffee? Come over here to James's house.
Yes, I
There
do.
you go.
And want to thank Andrea again for being here. If we'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast, and I hope this has been helpful to you. Really, my goal for this podcast is to help and to have. I love having a good time just talking, but I do love helping young adults, young people. So if you know of anyone that could be helped with this podcast, please send it to them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at James Abrot. Follow me on Twitter at James_Abrot1030. And if you have any questions that you want us to ask in our podcast, whether it be our next guest and or even just to me, go ahead and comment it down below or even in my Instagram. I'd love to answer that. No judgment. It could be the dumbest question you want. You'd be like, how many shoes you got? Whatever. I don't care. Just give me a question. I totally don't mind. We do have 2 guests coming up. We have Josh Nolan, aka the Carpet Guy in TikTok, and we have Mr. I Can B-Ball himself, Kyle Travis. So if you have any questions for those 2, you could send that here as well. Thank you, and thank you for watching. In the words of Jerry White, I'm out.